Welcome back to Minecraft, and I have both Malinka and Ossisaurus with me today. Hello, the two of you.
Hello.
Excellent. So, our Tin Can Alley build. We've been really working hard on it, and last night, I have to say, when we worked most of this out, we had so much fun. It was ridiculous. I just had such a good time last night.
Absolutely.
It was a bit late when we finally called it quits.
Yeah. We kept adding more and more stuff. So, first thing you'll notice is that we enshrouded the whole thing in a building. So, that's the thing. Obviously, you've seen the brick wall, although I have turned the wall red just to help identify targets easier. And the build is like 90% complete, I would say. And working.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, we've got like a couple of little tweaks that we want to do to finish it off. But so here's our entrance, and there's two entrances here. There's a side entrance which leads to the viewing gallery, which I'll show in a little bit, and a main entrance. And through our main entrance is where our game is to be played, Tin Can Alley. All ready to go. We've got monitors set up here, the whole works, all the computers, and I'm going to first of all demonstrate the game in action with some basic explanation, and then basically we're going to wrap up the video in one way, just so that those who aren't computer technically minded, if you're not interested in computer craft, then you can actually just switch off and whatever and enjoy the episode. However, for those, it'll be like a bonus extra at the end of the video where you can watch and actually see how the computer craft code was done. So this is basically what we did with the Nexus. We showed how it works first, and then we come in and show the code afterwards. Right. Let's trigger this switch. That drops a drawbridge. I'll show that later and what that does. Then that reveals the wall to shoot at. I'm going to fail so bad at this game, by the way.
Yes, you are.
I got lucky and got an infinity bow on my first enchant. Hence why I've only got 2 levels of enchant left, because I've just been enchanting my bow. And this in front of me is called a player detector, and I'm going to allow it to detect me. Oh, game starts in 3, 2, 1. Firelash, and my score is displayed up on the left hand side, which oh my god, I'm doing so bad. Am I going to get any? Oh, come on, that was a hit.
No, that was a side wall.
Did you know that the objective is actually to hit the painting?
Oh, that's one!
And I got
Oh,
the
you
point.
scored.
And the score is showing up on the side. Oh my god, oh my god.
Oh, nearly there.
I'm not sure if that hit. Did that go?
Nope, it didn't.
You can do
Hey,
it.
another one.
Yeah.
There we go. And then afterwards, it actually comes up. Say the Tin Can Alley was just played. Firelash scored 20 points, which is so bad. And for some reason, I can't pick up the arrows because they're infinite arrows. They're not real arrows. Actually, I'm going to put the bow back in the chest, and I'm going to go up to the viewing gallery.
Ozzy's up next. He's good at this game.
Yeah, Oz is good at
Fire was busy designing, Ozzy was playing.
That's true.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning master of Tin Can Alley, Ossisaurus.
3, 2, 1. Fail.
Oh no, it didn't reset the score.
Oh.
Should have. Okay, we'll fix that in a second. That's stupid of me.
That may have
thought
been
I
me.
did that.
I may have broken it in my terminate game changes that I did.
I'll take a quick look in a second.
Yeah.
Minus 20, so he's on 30.
Look at that sniper. The lower ones are worth different points. You can see the turtles actually doing all the replacing for us. I will be showing some of that in a second. There you go, 80 points, although you cheated.
Although
No, let's call it 60 points. And I'll go fix that code bit.
Cool. And then reset saying Tin Can Alley. We need to obviously the score reset at the end of the terminate game, but that's easy enough. Okay, what should I show first? Let's go around the back and explain the turtle side. We have shown this before, but this is actually now working, where when one of these paintings drops, it falls into the hopper and into the turtle. The turtle's got a program on it which is currently running called Target 1, and that Target 1 program basically moves the turtle back up to, places it and puts it back, but also sends a signal out to the front. Just as a reminder as well, each of these pistons that come down, we've got wireless redstone signals here, each numbered 1, 2, 3 and so on, which is randomly chosen actually for the game, and then you get 10 selected targets, so that's that part of it. All these turtles are fueled up, so that's what's happening behind the wall. Then I guess I'll show drawbridges, because that's to do with this thing here, and it's not part of any of our computer code, but I'll come underground and I'll show that quickly. Don't forget you can use NEI to tell you how to make stuff, so I'm not going to go over crafting recipes today. But underneath here I've just got everything set on to 20, which is our wireless redstone signal here, and just below it is our above it should I say, is our drawbridges. Now the drawbridge blocks look like, see this gold thing, from above it looks different again, so let me just come over above. I'll do it. So toggle down. There we go. So you can see this is what it looks like from above, and by placing any block here I can shroud it, and then in this one I actually tell it what block to kind of be used to go up and down. So that's fairly simple and doesn't require too much drama. And just behind here where the piston is, it's just transmitting to frequency 20, which was the same as down there. So that's easy enough for the drawbridges. It is a Tinker's Construct thing, so you will need to make things like aluminium, brass and that kind of stuff, and you'll need the smeltery to make a drawbridge.
Bye, Ozzy.
no.
Cool. So that's how that part works. We've got modems here attaching to monitors. If I right click I can disconnect the monitor and reconnect it. That probably screwed things up on the screen, I'm not sure. But and when you
Yes, it did.
yeah, and when you click on it, it tells you what it is on the connection, and you can connect most things like that. You'll see here where Malinka is. We've connected the small monitor up top here, and we've connected the computer here. The turtle below, as you saw before, has got a Aretha module on it and a normal wireless modem, which is the one underneath. That turtle could be anywhere actually, as long as it was within, I believe, 64 blocks. The whole game would work. We've got a player detector here. This is a chat box, this yellow block here. And the chat box is the thing that is saying the Tin Can Alley was just played and displaying the final score.
It isn't showing the text now. I have no idea what happened.
It's because the text is only displayed at the end of the game, so you have to run through a dummy part of the game to display the text.
That's easy enough.
Yeah.
Run.
But
Yep,
yeah,
monitors
it's
are working.
we'll have to make sure that the high scores are resetting. Thanks for... You just plonked me with an arrow.
I've already
Oh.
ensured that the high scores are resetting.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I'm doing good for someone without any arrows in hand.
You don't need arrows, do you?
I don't know. I mean, I don't even have a bow in hand. I've already got a score of 50.
What?
My dummy Aussie is doing it for me.
Oh, because you started the game. I get it. So it picked up your thing, yeah. So, having this
nice shot.
player detector allows us to build a high score table where you don't actually have to type in your name. That was a pretty good score, Malinka.
Yeah.
Damn it, Malinka. You're so good now.
Anyway, so that's how Tin Can Alley kind of works for the most part. I don't know how I can explain it any further without it going like ridiculously technical on everything, which I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it in the second part of this episode. Is there anything else which is more simplified that we can explain?
Not really.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I think you covered most of it.
so, alright, that's the basics of how this works then. So, if you're not interested in computer coding and the rest of it, then that's fine and understandable. I just wanted to show the cool build out to you anyway. If you are interested in how this really works, then we're going to start explaining it now. And even though it's in an unfinished state, we'll probably paste bin the codes during the episode. And then if you watch maybe next episode or in a couple of episodes time, we'll give you an updated paste bin with our working high score table, so you can replace if you want to, if you're going to recreate it yourselves. So if you're leaving us now, thank you for joining us, and let us know if you enjoyed what you saw. If you're sticking around, then welcome to the second part, where we're going to go over code. Cool. Aussie.
Start out with the turtles in the back, I'd say.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Let's go to the very back with the turtles here. Okay. We'll have to terminate this up for a bit. But go for it, Aussie.
So this is pretty... What?
I was going to say, this isn't one that you built, actually. It was me and Malinka built these ones. Oh, no, you did a bit
Yeah,
of
I
it.
was
Yeah, but you can show the communication part.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, well, it's yeah. So basically, this uses the wireless modem, as you can see on file side here to the right,
Yep.
and we wrap that in the wireless variable on the top there, as you can see. And then here it sends a message, wireless transmit on channel 101 with the reply channel 999 and the message row 1. The reply channel we don't actually use to anything, so that's why we gave it a derpy number. The first channel is listening on the computer that we've got as like the main game computer. So then it detects a score when it like gets this message.
Yeah, and it's making sure to select its column 1 again after the thing afterwards, just to make sure it's in the right thing. So yeah, we always put sleep commands in whenever we do loops like this, just so that the server doesn't fall to its knees. So yeah, basically what it's saying is if a painting, as in item count 1, falls into here, then send a wireless signal over 101 with the message row 1, and we'll show that afterwards. But the other thing that this turtle's doing, as you probably know, is replacing the painting, which is just, you know, this movement and the select and place thing. So that's fairly simple. Cool. If I just exit this, do you want to rerun the program. I guess I can do it. Lol.
Fail typing. That has happened a lot in the past.
It does. Yeah.
Hey.
And while you two were showing that off, I fixed 2 bugs in the system. Yay!
Nice. So each row is displaying. So this one sends the message row 1. The ones above send the message row 2. All over the same channel 101. The third row sends row 3, and the top turtle over here sends a message row 4 at the very top. So just bear that in mind, that those messages are being sent. Should we talk about the piston control, in which case Malinka can explain piston control next?
The piston control I actually didn't program, but I can explain it.
Yeah. Well, you did the randomizer, didn't you?
Oh, that part.
Yeah, you did
Yes, that I did.
So that's in the turtle below. Remember, this turtle has a reefer module, of which do we wrap the reefer? Oh yeah, we just called it M in this case.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so
Yep.
the reefer module is called M, and then we've got a proper wireless modem on the right, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, why do we open 102 again? Oh yeah, that's to communicate to the computer above. That's why we opened that 102 channel here.
Well, let's start at the top. These two are actually what make this program work. First, we've got a table, which is called random table, and it just contains the values 1 to 10. I will be doing something later with that table, which will explain the random part. And I think game difficulty actually explains itself. It can hold a value from 1 to 5. Yeah, do 1 to 5. Everything else will be silly in responses, I think.
Yeah.
So what does this program do? Well, in the beginning it simply calls game. And game is once again a loop. In that loop we do a certain amount of events. First we randomize that table, which I will be coming back to later. And then we'll just start waiting until we get a signal from the main computer saying we'll start the game. Okay. We wait till we get the signal, and then the countdown starts on the monitors, if you guys can remember, from 5 to 0. And for those 5 seconds we definitely need to sleep this computer as well. After that we'll start opening the random table. How to explain this best, actually?
Well, we explained it with the shuffling the cards thing.
Yeah, that's the best way to explain it. As I said before, we've got that random table here from 1 to 10, and what I basically do is I shuffle it like a deck of cards. For 20 times I pick 2 spots that aren't the same location in that table, and I switch them around. For example, on the first draw I call numbers 1 and 9 and I switch them around. So the table won't be showing 1 to 10, we'll be showing 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 10. And with 20 of those randomizations we basically get a sequence that's, well, very different from what we started out with. So every time we loop through this for 10 times, basically we've got 10 pistons, so a loop of 10. We basically call out a position in that table for the loop, which will be randomized, and it will call this. It'll set the frequency for the modem, which will be one of those pistons.
This is the reefer module, actually. That's what the set frequency is. Yes, of course. Not over a modem.
Okay. So what we do is on the reefer module we set the boolean value to true, which will translate to the piston being activated. It'll sleep for 6 minus the game difficulty. This is why there's only a game difficulty from 1 to 5. And then it'll close that door again. So basically, with the game difficulty of 1, you've got 5 seconds to shoot at the painting. After that it'll close the hole again. It'll do this for all 10 in the table, and that will actually just, well, that's actually how the pistons work, how the opening of the wall works.
Yeah, it's just basically it's picking up the part of the table and setting the frequency to that number. So if in the table it gets the number 4, then it sets the frequency to 4. And as you've seen from the back, I can do this with my remote here, setting the frequency to 4 on here and triggering the signal opens piston 4. So that's what that value is.
That's your cheating module.
I do, yeah, I've got a remote
I know,
control.
right?
I can also troll people whilst they're playing.
Oh, asshole.
Okay. Alright, next up is the main game itself. So I guess we'll both ask the Ameling,
Well.
who you can explain bits and bobs as it comes up. I'll terminate the game. Oh, right, you've done it. Yeah, cool.
So,
Up to you, Ozzy. You started out.
first of all, we're just like initializing some stuff in this top part. As you can see, we are using both a wireless modem and the normal modem. The normal modem is for the monitors and the wireless is for the communication with the turtles. And then you gotta open the port as well on the modem if you're using the modem interface for sending messages, which we are using. So that's done. And then we've got the wrapping the monitors. You can see, like, if you're connected through a modem, you can just do this start monitor equals peripheral.wrap monitor 2, because we knew it was named monitor 2. We didn't have to do anything else. We just wrap the modem and then we wrap the monitor. So it's pretty simple and cool.
Yeah.
And then we do that for the other ones as well, and the chat box, which is the module that we have explained, right?
Yeah, we did
Sounds
kind of
visible.
explain it. Yeah. It's visible around the back. Also, something that's weird is I never had to wrap the player detector.
Oh, that is true.
But it works.
Very true. Good
So,
point. I didn't even realize.
Anyway,
That's nice. So anyway, then we set some variables that we're using throughout the game. Player name is obviously player name. Current score is the score counter, and the game running is just to see it, to keep track of if there is a game in progress.
yep. Yeah, so right at the very end is it's basically the main thing that ends up running. So it runs the function of a game. So now what we need to do to track where it's going next is to find the function called game, which is here.
There it is.
Here it is. So this is just running in a loop here, so to keep the game running. As you can see, we haven't got an OS sleep here because we're using, like, this entire game is very event triggered, so the computer will be waiting regardless if we want it to or not, but it will be waiting in such a way that it will be ready for a game.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't crash servers or anything without this. But if you want to do this without an OS sleep, you need an event to pause the program.
Exactly.
Otherwise,
Somewhere
it's gonna
in all of these functions, there'll be an OS pull event, which is allows us to do this without sleep commands in this loop.
So Malika, if you want to do the wait for start one, because I think you made that.
It's on top. Yeah.
Yeah. So the first function that comes up
Terminate.
is this wait for start. Here we go.
What that does is basically to turn that monitor that we saw above the player detector. It sets it to green. Well, actually, it just sets the background color to green, and by then clearing the monitor, I actually refresh the monitor and making it completely green. Simple trick, but it works really well. After that, we clean up the two big monitors on the left and the right. We set the cursor position. Write down the word tin can alley, and well, tin can on the left side, alley on the right side. And this is the waiting moment that Ozzy just explained. With this OS pool event, we wait till the player block gets interacted with. So that will ensure that your server doesn't go crazy. Once we've got the event, we set the background color for the start monitor to red, clear it again so it goes red, and we go back to the game.
Yeah, the red obviously showing that the game is running. The reason why that monitor's there, oddly enough, is originally it was a touch screen that if you clicked it, you start the game. But we removed that and swapped it for a player detector late last night.
To be honest, it's actually quite easy to have it work as a monitor. The only thing we need to do is change the word player here to monitor touch, and it'll work again as a touchscreen monitor.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's the next event after the game start?
Game start.
So yeah, change the variable to game running equals true, and then goes up to the game start function, which is just down here, isn't it?
Yep, that's Ozzy's, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Here we
no,
just,
part of it is yours, part of it is mine, as I can see.
It's a mix. First it just sends a wireless signal, wireless transmit 102, which is the turtle below. So to start that turtle up. Primitive multi-threading, yay. Then it sets the text color
On
to
the
white and stuff.
that's on the left monitor, and then on the right
left one,
monitor, both setting the text to white. I think that's for the countdown. This part is for.
Yep, that's the countdown indeed. There's a little trick in there that might be interesting to explain, if I may.
Yeah, go for it.
To count down from 5 to 0, well, loops need to be in a positive cycle, I noticed. You can't start out with I equals 4, comma 0. It doesn't work like that. So what I had to do is invert the loop. So from 0 to 4, invert the value with the 5 minus y. And then, in the monitor left and right, I had to call it to string, because if you just write a number with write, you'll get, for example, 5.0, 4.0 instead of just 5.4.3.2.1. With the to string, I basically transform it into the string, and it'll drop the values behind the dot.
Yep. And then at the end of the countdown, it does a quick sleep.
Oh, and it also
between
refreshes
every-
the score, so it'll start out with score 0.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what this update score does here. But we'll come back to update score later. Let's see, where's game? It's in, top side. Back to Ozzy, I think.
It's,
Handle event is his.
yeah, the handle event function.
Yeah, as you see above the game start, it's before it starts the game. It says game running to true, and then we put in a while loop here, game running handle event, and handle event is basic.
You fell away there, Ozzy. Handle event is basically.
Handle event is basically just an event to wait for an event, and then depending on the event, do different shit. So here we got the event, which is here, handle event function, and then it takes an event, puts the event return values into different variables here. The event variable, the first one, will always be the event type. The other 4 to, I don't know how many values there can be, but the other values differ for usage depending on what kind of event there is, so there's no use naming them in this kind of function.
Yeah, so in some cases,
we got
I think, so for the wireless turtles at the back that are sending a signal, they're sending a bunch of messages. So under the event, it's saying, oh, this is a modem message. In the the variable 1 here, I think it's something like the name of the turtle, maybe, I don't know. And one of the functions is the distance between the turtle and the screen, and another one is and whatever. But number 4 is the actual message that is being sent by that turtle, and that's the event that we're watching for. Go for it. Sorry.
Indeed. So we're listening on the part 101, and we're getting only messages, modem messages on that part. So we're getting from the turtle on the below the computer and the wireless turtles behind the setting the paintings behind the brick wall. And the turtle below the computer sends a message game end, as you can see here in the if. So if the event is a modem message, then it will look at the message, and if the message is game end, then we terminate the game because the game is over. And else it calls a score function with the message from the modem message.
We'll save the terminate game function, and then we'll jump straight to score and show that bit.
Yeah. The score function just adds to the current score depending on what row the turtle is on. As you can see here, we got if target equals row 1, then you score 10 points, and if the target equals row 2, then it scores 20 points, and so on. And then it goes to update score just to write the score on the screen.
Yeah, so here's we've been setting the scale. I can explain this one, it's easy. So here we just set the scale, the colour to red, clearing the monitor again just to update the screen. Then we set our cursor position, we write the player name, which is detected from the player detector block, as we've stored that earlier on, as you saw, as a variable. Set the cursor position again and write the word score, set the cursor position again, and here we've got the writing of the string, for reasons that we explained earlier. We write it as a string of the current score, and the current score is a variable which is being updated from the score things with the rows that you just saw just a second ago. And it keeps a running total.
That only leaves terminate game, I think.
Let me see if I can find where we put... Oh, this looks like the terminate
Second
game.
procedure on the top. Yeah, there it is.
You can explain this one, I guess, Milinko, if it's your turn.
Yep. Well, the first thing you'll see is we set game running back to false. So next time it'll go through that loop, the game is over. And after that it's just a bit of text work, I think. First we clear the right monitor, give it the right text scale and colors and such to write down game over. And we talk to the chat box. With the function say, you can basically throw in one string and it'll just say that on the basic chat, as you've seen earlier. There is a second function though. There is a function called tell, and I think that takes two variables. One, a player name, and second, the message. So you can whisper as well. I've been thinking, Fire. Should we actually just whisper to the high score holder and encourage him to go play the game again to regain his high score if he lost it to the current player?
Yeah, but would it error out if that person wasn't online?
Good point. I have no idea what it'll do. Oh well.
Yeah. It's a potential thing, but actually these chat box things can do all sorts of fun things for you. For example, you could actually protect your base by having a player detector of some kind, or I can imagine there being a...
Or doorbell?
Well, no, I was thinking... Yeah, doorbell works as well, but no, I was thinking that what you could do is have a pressure pad on the ground, and if someone treads on the pressure plate signifying that they're entering your house, he could send a message over /say or as a whisper to you to say player whatever is intruding in your house, and just display it to the entire server or as a whisper. So you could do all sorts of funky stuff with it. So the chat box is really fun to do, and so yeah, keep in mind that chat box exists because it does allow for some cool builds. Anyway, enough of that.
After the jetbox, we basically just reset the score to 0 again. Something we forgot to do earlier. I just added it. We have the OS sleep again. Clear up the monitors. Write down Tin Can Alley again. And the game is done. It's ready to start again.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything. I think that's everything, isn't it? That's all the different parts of it.
Basically, it just gets out of this loop and sets the start monitor back to green again. That's the only last thing that happens. After that, it basically starts completely from top.
Yeah. Let me just exit this. We did show the code for the turtle below, didn't we? Yeah, we did. And we showed the code over there. Wow, that's everything. Wow. Should you finish off with one more game? Well, 3 more games. We'll do 1 game each, shall we?
Oh god.
Alright. I'm so poor at this.
Let's go upstairs, Halsey.
To the viewing gallery.
To the viewing gallery. Okay. And we'll get a higher score table working for this, but you know. You know what? I probably don't even need my UI for this. Is it F1? Oh, I do, because I can't see my bow otherwise. Damn it. Alright, no, we'll go with this. Alright, game's starting. Pre-draw my bow.
You can do it, Firelash. We believe in you.
I got a sensitive mouse, which means I'm poor.
Oh, that's a hit.
Did I get it? Oh, they look like hits. I've only scored 20, so I can't be doing that well.
I'll go next, seeing that Ozzy's the reigning king. Or is it reigning dinosaur?
Reigning dinosaur.
You gotta be kidding, I can't shoot for crap. Ah.
Don't you worry, I'll probably do worse.
Hey, got one. Alright, I scored 30. Right, I'll head up to the viewing.
Once Firelash isn't looking, I'm gonna add in some personalized messages like 30, damn you suck, things like that.
We'll have to put an anvil or something to repair that bow nearby.
Yeah, it's going pretty fast, wow.
Yeah, it's because I'm taking out 1,000,000 shots in an attempt to hit a
Okay,
target.
you ready?
Yep. Oh, I can get rid of my UI for this one. Already you matching my score. Just 1 shot. Son of a bitch. This is why I don't play first person shoot 'em ups very often on the channel. You gotta do a 360 no scope, Milinka.
I already did. You guys just don't see it.
Well, the no scope part is certainly quite easy with the bow.
Well, that's
Considering
true.
it
It doesn't have a scope. Yeah.
Oh no. Link beat my high score.
It's gonna get... Oh, and another one, I think. Oh, look at that. 120. Okay, I'll see.
That's tough.
I think this is a triumph of success, this game. Where once the high score table is in, this is totally a successful build. Loving it. Go for it. Oh, we got the important
wow.
one. Oh my god, he's being a sniper. Oh my word, I think he's gonna...
Yeah, he's going to
ruin
break my
the game.
record. Holy shit.
I think we need to increase the difficulty for Aussie. Get them going.
Ah, there goes my score. 150.
Oh, and then again. Is that the last one? Yep. Game over. Aussie scores 170. Look at that.
Holy.
I imagine we'll have a few extra games actually off camera because this is fun for us. But yeah, let us know what you think. Like, I'm like, regardless of what you think as an audience, I'm really proud of the three of us and what we've done because like it was so much fun last night putting this together, and as far as I'm concerned, this works really, really well, and it's used so many different mods and different peripherals for these computers that like, yeah. Bearing in mind from original concept where we were stuck for weeks on how to even run a game similar to this to what is effectively a working build, like I'm super pleased. But hopefully you guys like it too. Oh, I did make a promise though, which I'm going to keep my promise right now. Let me do this. So let me break this.
What promise is that?
To paste in the code.
Oh, yep, of course.
Right, so...
You do know that you can actually access the turtle and computer from behind. You don't need to break the blocks.
No, it's fine. I can fix the blocks pretty quick as well. So this is the main computer, which needs to be done. Remember to put a modem on the back and attach all the other peripherals, but you've already watched the video, so you should be able to see it. And if you just type in pastebin get and the code, yeah, then that's how you go do it on your own servers, or on. I think it even works in single player. So yeah, all you just do is put down a computer, type in pastebin get 8 HQJ7 DJN, and bear in mind the caps and everything, because I think it has to be exact. And yeah, you'll be able to get that code. Let me just. I may as well keep it running. With that, and then the turtle underneath. Let me terminate that, and paste, not pate bin, paste bin put, and this is the game. Oh, not paste in. There we go, paste bin put.
And that turtle has to have a Rether module and a wireless modem.
Yep. Although it doesn't need to be underneath the monitor, it could be elsewhere if you wish. Not too far away, remember, because they do have a range. But there's your pastebin code for that one. And lastly, I'll put a pastebin code for the turtles at the back. However, you have to remember that each turtle, you'll have to change a bit of the code, which... let me just terminate this. And, let me run this and show you what part of the code that needs to be changed. Basically, this wireless transmit here, where it says row 1, depending on what row it is, you need to change that to be row 1, 2, 3 or 4, depending on which turtle that you're putting it in. So that's something to bear in mind. So if I put pastebin put, I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to put this up or not. Let's see, because there's a limit to how many pastebin puts you can do. I may have just hit it.
Per day.
Let's see. Oh no, success. There you go. There's your last one, and there's your last pastebin code. And I'll just get this running again. Did I stop the turtle back here running? I think I may need to. Yeah, I'll get that running again. Okay.
Okay,
Nice.
I've also noted. I've also written them down so we can put them in the comments later on.
Okay, cool. Next episode, besides perhaps having the high score table ready, we're probably looking at our nuclear power station that we put on hold for this build. So look forward to that. Other than that, Ossie and Malinka, you wonderful, wonderful people. Thank you for all the work you've done on this build, and thank you for joining me today. And to the audience, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. And as per usual, leave a comment, subscribe, like, all of that good stuff. For myself, Malingo and Ossie, bye bye.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.